Hey, third grade, welcome to our first week of hybrid learning. I'm excited to be seeing you in person, a lot of you, and continue to do these asynchronous lessons online. So we're going to keep moving forward and ahead. Let's get started like we usually do. Get up out of your seat if you're able to, and let's get moving. Add two more. Add two more. And stop. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice our parts right now.
Okay, so here we go. What I would like to do is we're going to do this 3 times, and I want you to follow me first.
Then me.
Then this guy. Yeah, you're going to follow me the 3rd time.
Right.
Okay, so here we go. My part is going to be, why don't you go and start that with me, all right, everybody? Stay with me. Here we go. We're going to add part 2. But you're going to stay with me. Yeah, don't follow me. Follow this guy. All right, add the next part.
Already did.
And stop. Okay, so now follow part 2. And here we go. I'm going to start first, and then he'll add, all right? Here we go. Ready? Now keep following that guy, all right? If you're having a hard time, follow the clap. And stop. So that second part is the hardest part, I think, to stay with. So you may want to rewind this video and try that a couple times, but we're going to have more opportunities in the future too, okay? So now you're going to follow the third part over, and that's that 8-beat section, the 7 sounds, all right? So again, I'm going to start part 2, part 3. Here we go.
Here.
Okay, so follow me. Again, watch for that clap if you need help. And stop. All right, so
Hope that worked well for you. Again, we'll be using that video. I might take it a step further in the future, but we'll probably use that video for a few weeks as we get settled back in to those patterns. And and when we're in person, I'll be able to tell a little bit more how that's going and where we can go from there. So, I know it's just a little bit at a time, so I don't want to rush you too much. So we'll probably use some of these videos for a couple weeks to go. All right, so let's talk solfege. In class, we're not going to be able to sing. We're not allowed to sing. We're not allowed to play our recorders. But we can talk and we can hum. So this is the way that solfege is going to be working while we're in the hybrid model, and as long as singing and playing recorders is not allowed in class. The way that solfege is going to work, we will speak through the hand signs, and then we will hum through the hand signs. Okay? So let's go ahead and give that a shot. Here we go. Do, re, mi. Your turn. Mi, so, mi. So, la, so. So, la, so. So, fa, mi. Mi, fa, mi. Mi, re, do. Okay, so now, but at home you can actually sing it. But that's how we will be doing it in class. So you can kind of start practicing a little bit because it is a little weird to switch from singing to just speaking it. And then we'll be able to hum it like this. I'll do it and then you. Okay, and then we'll start, as we get used to the humming, we'll then take it up the next step and we'll try this. I'll sing do, re, mi, but you will just hum back to see how that works, okay? So you can at least still vocalize, but you just can't open your mouth, okay? It's all through the nose. All right, so that's how the solfege is going to work, and here's a little video for you to practice a little bit more with some help.
Hey, all right. Thank you so much for joining us again and helping us out one more time. No worries. Sup? Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to sing in Y range, and I'm going to sing using the solfege syllables. Do, do, re, do, mi, re, do, all those. And then my friend here is going to hum it back in your range so you can follow along with him. All right, so here we go. Do, do, re, do. Do, re, mi. Mi, so, so. So, so, la, so. So, so, fa, mi. Mi, mi, re, do. All right, thank you very much. Hope that worked well for you. Hey there. All right, so we are going to come back to this new piece, this new song that we're learning. And I know right now it seems a little strange, a little weird, a little different. Trust me, you know me by now. I always have a plan, and it does come together to make some pretty cool music. So maybe I'll show you that in a few weeks. Again, coming back to what we had learned last week. These two are going to help me out. Right, fellas?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. No problem.
Good. Here we go. I go, and then you guys are going to go. I'll go, then you go. All right,
Okay.
here we go. My turn first. Doon, doon, ga, doon.
Do this
Yours,
first.
ready? Doon, doon, ga, doon. My turn. Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. Your turn.
Our turn.
Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. Ooh, cool. So, couple hints, again, from last week. Repeat this hand at the beginning. Doon, doon. Doon, doon. Ga, doon, right? Now, this is a traditional way of teaching in Africa, an oral tradition, using doon and goon for hand placement, da and ga for hand placement. So I'm using something that I would use in teaching you an African drum here. So trust me. And this all comes from my friend Kofi Bologno and Pete Santucci, who also is a great African drummer. But Kofi Bologno is actually a certified drum and dance, African dance instructor. And
From
he's,
Ghana.
Helped me a
In
lot
Africa.
over the years. So I'm just passing on knowledge that I've gained. So just trust me and use these words because it really does help. All right, my turn first. Doon, doon, ga, doon. Your turn. Doon, doon, ga, doon. My turn. Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. Your turn. Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. Now, so that one, your right hand is going to stay stationary here, right? Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. Also, I'm doing this backwards because I'm facing you, so I'm actually using my right hand, but that is your left hand, okay? So I'm mirror imaging you, so it makes it easier for you to learn these parts. All right, let's move on, the next section. All right, cool, my turn, then your turn. Doon, ga, doon, your turn. Doon, ga, doon, my turn. Doon, doon, ga, doon. Doon, doon, ga, doon. Had a little trouble with that? All right, so what we're going to do,
I was fine.
Back here, we're going to go doon, doon, ga, doon. So that right hand comes back to the shin where it was. So we're in two positions. Keep that in mind. All right, let's start mashing it together. My turn, your turn. Now it's going to be longer, so wait, okay? Doon, doon, ga, doon.
Wait.
Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. Your turn. Doon, doon, ga, doon. Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. My turn. Doon, ga, doon. Wait. Doon, doon, ga, doon. Doon, ga, doon. Doon, doon, ga, doon. All right, now putting it together all the way. My turn. It's going to be a little while, then your turn. Here we go. Doon, doon, ga, doon. Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. Wait. Doon, ga, doon. Doon, doon, ga, doon. All right, here we go. Doon, doon, ga, doon. Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. Doon, ga, doon. Doon, doon, ga, doon. Again. Doon, doon, ga, doon. Remember there's two at the beginning. Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. Doon, ga, doon. Cross back. Doon, doon, ga, doon. All right, now the next section goes like this. All right, just simple doon, ga, doon, ga, doon, ga, doon, ga, doon. We got it, fellas. Doon, ga, doon, ga, doon, ga. Simple. Got it. Cool. All right, and let's go ahead and go with the last one, which is even more simple, except we really have to feel that pulse. Ready? Here I like simple. Doon, 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 doon. That guy's being weird. All right, so now here we go. Would you take the? We're gonna call this a Bordune. 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 Right, could you take the Bordune? Got it. Keep that going. Thank you very much. Yeah. Could you? We'll keep going. Start here with us. Okay. Dune. Yep. Got it. No problem. That's all me, baby. All right, cool. Now that's going. The rest is right here. Dune, dune, ga, dune. Dune, ga, dune, ga, dune. Dune, ga, dune. Dune, dune, ga, dune. All right, cool. So now we're going to do that one more time, twice through. We'll start together, and you pick which part you'd like to do, whichever one you want to start with. We're going to do all three, but start with one. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and dune, dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, 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 dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, ga, dune. Again. Dune, ga, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, 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 dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, ga, dune, ga, dune. All right, so now pick a different part. Okay, one that you haven't done yet. 1, 2, ready, and dune, ga, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, 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 dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, ga, dune. Again. Dune, ga, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, 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 dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, ga, dune, ga. Awesome. Now, whichever part you haven't done yet, that's what you're going to do this time. Ready, and dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, ga, dune. Again. Dune, ga, ga, dune, dune, ga, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, dune, ga, ga, dune, ga. All right. As simple as that. Great job, everybody, and keep up the work. Welcome to our final part of this lesson, and that is the recorder. Oh my goodness, Mr. Jax has a blue recorder. Yes, they sent this to me for free in our shipment. I know, who knew teachers had such perks? I had no idea when I decided to become a teacher that somebody would give me a beautiful brand new blue recorder for free. What perks? Anyways, I do appreciate it. All right, so learning the recorder, we're going to continue. If you haven't purchased your recorder or your book, or you forgot to place your order with us when we placed our big order and shipment, then don't despair. You can still find them on Amazon or eBay. I don't think we're going to be making a second order. It was a lot of work to do the first order, and I did do a couple of reminders. So. But like I said, Amazon and eBay do have them pop up. And you can also buy a recorder at your local music store. Most of them have them, so you can at least do that while you're waiting to try to find a book. If you are struggling financially and you need help with either or both of those items, do let me know, and Loomis Union School District will help you out. We'll see what we can do, okay? Please don't take advantage of that if you just don't want to take the time. Okay, we don't have that many books and recorders to hand out, but obviously if we have students in financial need, I get it because I've been there myself. So we're here to help you out. All right, so let's get started. Open up that book, and here we go. So if you don't have that book, it's okay because we're going to be using this book, and I'll be projecting it like this in our lesson, so you'll be able to follow along for a little while until you get your books. And if you don't have a recorder, still okay. Don't freak out yet. And so, just practice along on a pencil or something like that. You'll still get and you can even practice. What I've had some students do is practice on a pencil and practice their blowing, maybe not on the pencil, but, while they're fingering on the pencil. Okay, so on that first page it says, "Welcome to Be a Recorder Star. You will have a lot of fun learning to play the recorder. The recorder is a very special instrument which has been used to play beautiful music for hundreds of years." I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just giving you a hard time. So you can read that on your own. Turn the page, page 2. All right, talks about embouchure, that is your mouth, and posture, how we sit. Both very important things. We've already talked about airstream and all that, left hand and right hand. Use your left hand on top, please. Drive me crazy if you're not. This hand on top. Left hand goes on top. Left hand, that one. Remember, if I'm facing you, it's going to be opposite because I'm facing you, right? If I were to turn around, oh, there's my left hand. Oh, there's my left, right? Okay. So left hand on top, right hand on the bottom. Lips are placed around, and tongue and air we've talked about. Carefree recorder. Now, here's something I want you to be careful of. This says to use a swab on your cleaning rod. And here's the swab that came with mine. It probably came with a lot of yours too. Little round piece. And I just tried that. I was able to get it back out, but I'm a little concerned that it can get stuck too. What I have found is if you leave your recorder out to dry nearby, it's okay. All right. Unless, you just don't drool into it. Okay. Just blow. It'll be okay. It'll collect some condensation, but it comes at the bottom and there's air blowing through it, and as long as you leave it out, I've never had a problem with it collecting mold or anything else. So I'm concerned about the swab getting stuck in there. Okay, looking over at page 3, we have our music staff, treble clef, bar line, measure, double bar. We'll get more into that stuff in a little while, but you can certainly review this on page 3. Names of the notes down there on the bottom. We have covered this a little bit. Remember, your music notes are alphabetical, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then repeats A, B, C, D, E, F, G. On the treble clef, where that treble clef is, look at the top, treble clef, there you go. When we have that assigns E as our starting note on the bottom line, E, F, G, then we put on A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it is alphabetical. The ones that are on the lines, E, G, B, D, F, and the ones in the spaces, F, A, C, E, spells face. Hey, cool. Turning the page to page 4. Okay, so B is on that middle line. It says the third line, but it's right there in the middle, isn't it? Okay, and that is, and you can see right next to it, right here, we have 2 black dots, and that is where we put our thumb and our first finger of our left hand on the top, okay? So thumb, first finger, everything else is open, and remember, our fingers are right above the holes, maybe about that much, maybe to where we could put a finger in between, like that, right? Same with the right hand. I do keep my pinky on the bottom one down to stabilize it while I'm playing. Right? So, thumb, first finger, that's a B. Every time you see a note on that line, doesn't matter what the note looks like, it's going to be the thumb and that first finger. Okay. The next one down, the green recorder, shows thumb, first, and second finger. Okay, that's an A, and that's anytime you have a note on the second space up. That's going to be an A. Doesn't matter what the note looks like. It's going to be a thumb, first, and second finger. Okay, then down below, that purple recorder is a G. Thumb, first, second, and third finger. Okay, see those dots right there. And so it's the second line up, that's a G. Anytime you see a note there, doesn't matter what the note is, whole note, half note, quarter note, eighth note. If it's on that line, it's a G, it's a thumb, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's go back to number 1. And how do you play that? Thumb and first finger, that's a B. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that together. You're going to have 4 notes. Now, this is just like with the cups. You'd have 4 big cups. Do, 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 do. Okay, that's what we have here. And then you have 4 rests. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it a try. Remember using your tongue and a steady stream of air. Let me give you the first measure. Just listen first, okay? Can you hear my steady stream of air and my tongue tapping above my teeth? Okay, here we go. Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. Okay, so then if we look at number 2, we add that second finger. Make sure your fingers are covering the holes. That's going to be the hardest part. Kind of move them around just a little bit. See that they're covering the edges. You can kind of look over, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and stop. That double bar line at the end means it's the end of the song. Okay, number 3. Look along. Here we go. 1. Oh, and number 3. It's first finger, thumb, second finger, third finger. Now this gets harder. What I often have is a student have their finger almost covering the hole, but often just a little gap at the bottom here. And then when we pull that finger down, the first finger comes down and we get a crescent at the top. And that's an open hole. So we want to think of spreading our fingers out a little bit, having nice gaps in between. That will help, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. Okay, that's where we're going to stop for this week. If you want to move on to number 4, you just learned all 3 of those notes. Number 4 combines all of those notes, and you are more than welcome to do that. And we'll move on to page 5, possibly next week. We'll just see. I might wait for 2 weeks since we're coming to hybrid learning, and there's just going to be so much that we're figuring out. Okay, so if that felt too far advanced, or if you're like, wow, I'm not getting any sound out, or I'm really struggling, or however you're feeling, don't freak out, don't despair, don't worry. All right, that's the last thing we need to do. I will help you through this, and if you're really struggling in a month or so, we can do some Zoom meeting or a Google Meet or something. All right, so take care, have fun. That's the whole point. Love you. See you. Goodbye.